Never complain, never explain. Resist the temptation to defend yourself or make excuses. Successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, "What's in it for me?" You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you, and in that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. All that matters is where you are going. Positive expectations are the mark of the superior personality. Develop an attitude of gratitude, and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. Love only grows by sharing. You can only have more for yourself by giving it away to others. Look for the good in every person and every situation. You'll almost always find it. I've found that luck is quite predictable. If you want more luck, take more chances, be more active, show up more often. Everything you do is triggered by an emotion of either desire or fear. The act of taking the first step is what separates the winners from the losers. The only real limitation on your abilities is the level of your desires. If you want it badly enough, there are no limits on what you can achieve. Whatever you believe with feeling becomes your reality. You have within you, right now, everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. All successful people, men and women, are big dreamers. They imagine what their future could be, ideal in every respect, and then they work every day toward their distant vision, that goal or purpose. The ability to discipline yourself to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term, is the indispensable prerequisite for success. If you wish to achieve worthwhile things in your personal and career life, you must become a worthwhile person in your own self-development. Always choose the future over the past. What do we do now? The potential of the average person is like a huge ocean unsailed, a new continent unexplored, a world of possibilities waiting to be released and channeled towards some great good. The way you give your name to others is a measure of how much you like and respect yourself. Excellence/perfection is not a destination, it is a continuous journey that never ends. The more you seek security, the less of it you have. But the more you seek opportunity, the more likely it is that you will achieve the security that you desire. Every minute you spend in planning saves 10 minutes in execution. This gives you a 1000% return on energy. Imagine no limitations, decide what's right and desirable before you decide what's possible. The more credit you give away, the more will come back to you. The more you help others, the more they will want to help you. If you envy successful people, you create a negative force field of attraction that repels you from ever doing the things that you need to do to be successful. If you admire successful people, you create a positive force field of attraction that draws you toward becoming more and more like the kinds of people that you want to be like. Never say anything about yourself you don't want to come true. Communication is a skill that you can learn. It's like riding a bicycle or typing. If you're willing to work at it, you can rapidly improve the quality of every part of your life. Always give without remembering and always receive without forgetting. Disciplining yourself to do what you know is right and important, although difficult, is the higher road to pride, self-esteem, and personal satisfaction. Today the greatest single source of wealth is between your ears. No one lives long enough to learn everything they need to learn starting from scratch. To be successful, we absolutely, positively have to find people who have already paid the price to learn the things that we need to learn to achieve our goals. A clear vision, backed by definite plans, gives you a tremendous feeling of confidence and personal power. One of the very worst uses of time is to do something very well that need not to be done at all. Nobody works better under pressure. They just work faster. You cannot eat every tadpole and frog in a pond, but you can eat the biggest and ugliest one, and that will be enough, at least for the time being. Your biggest opportunity probably lies under your own feet, in your current job, industry, education, experience or interests. Just as your car runs more smoothly and requires less energy to go faster and farther when the wheels are in perfect alignment, you perform better when your thoughts, feelings, emotions, goals, and values are in balance. If you have to eat 2 frogs, eat the ugliest one first. This is another way of saying that if you have 2 important tasks before you, start with the biggest, hardest, and most important task first. To earn more, you must learn more. Your decision to be, have and do something out of ordinary entails facing difficulties that are out of the ordinary as well. Sometimes your greatest asset is simply your ability to stay with it longer than anyone else. Those people who develop the ability to continuously acquire new and better forms of knowledge that they can apply to their work and to their lives will be the movers and shakers in our society for the indefinite future. Dress for success. Image is very important. People judge you by the way you look on the outside. Your most valuable asset can be your willingness to persist longer than anyone else. The hardest part of any important task is getting started on it in the first place. Once you actually begin work on a valuable task, you seem to be naturally motivated to continue. Develop the winning edge. Small differences in your performance can lead to large differences in your results. If you can get yourself to read 30 minutes a day, you're going to double your income every year. Your life only gets better when you get better. An average person with average talent, ambition and education can outstrip the most brilliant genius in our society, if that person has clear, focused goals. You are where you are and what you are because of yourself, nothing else. Nature is neutral. Nature doesn't care. If you do what other successful people do, you will enjoy the same results and rewards that they do. And if you don't, you won't. If the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is eat a live frog, then nothing worse can happen for the rest of the day. Brian Tracy says that your frog should be the most difficult item on your things to do list, the one you're most likely to procrastinate on, because, if you eat that first, it'll give you energy and momentum for the rest of the day. But, if you don't, if you let him sit there on the plate and stare at you while you do 100 unimportant things, it can drain your energy and you won't even know it. If you raise your children to feel that they can accomplish any goal or task they decide upon, you will have succeeded as a parent and you will have given your children the greatest of all blessings. The biggest mistake we could ever make in our lives is to think we work for anybody but ourselves. Goals are the fuel and the furnace of achievement. Optimism is the one quality more associated with success and happiness than any other. An average person who develops the habit of setting clear priorities and getting important tasks completed quickly will run circles around a genius who talks a lot and makes wonderful plans but gets very little done. The better you think, the better decisions you make. The better decisions you make, the better actions you take. The better actions you take, the better results you get. Do not wait, the time will never be just right. Start where you stand, and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. Napoleon Hill. It's impossible to remain angry or blame other people for problems in your life when you are saying, "I am responsible." Rule: continuous learning is the minimum requirement for success in any field.